sorry about that. Actually, there's no one actually knows what I'm saying sorry about that for currently. This is live. It is now 20 to 10 British summertime, Tuesday. I don't know what the day is. We're playing Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. I'm apologising because I had to just bail on a live stream. There was an incident going on down the street which Joe and Tash were commenting on as it was happening, and I felt it best to end the broadcast because they were kind of wanting to talk about it, and it's not the kind of thing you want to broadcast live. Don't need to be getting into trouble for that kind of thing. But anyway, it all appears to have ended, so we're back. Well, I'm back. And I was trying to get a... Welcome back, Rob. Yeah. Didn't want to be broadcasting all of that. No, I'm not using a PC. I'm using a PS4 Pro. I have a fairly decent gaming laptop, but I don't really use it for gaming. I use it for video editing and general... The glowing things, that's part of the mystery. You got to figure out what they are. They seem able to replay... Thank you, Tom. They seem able to replay events, things that people said, to allow you to solve the puzzle of what the hell's going on and why has everyone vanished. It's something to do with something that happened up at the observatory that's up that hill that I walked down. If you approach these funny glowy things and tilt the controller in a certain way and it tells you how to do it, you'd kind of listen to an audio replay of what the people were saying at a certain time in that location. And you'd supposedly go like into their houses and find clues or something. You can't always get into their houses, but sometimes you can.
Hello?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Hello? Hello? Amanda, I thought you'd left town.
I can't really hear it.
We tried.
More volume.
We did try. But they've closed all the roads and you can't get through. And then Georgie and Ben said they had headaches. And then they started bleeding. It was horrible. They were so scared. So Neil turned the car around and we saw the house was open, and I know we shouldn't have, but we just came in to clean up the kids, and then Neil and I started bleeding as well. And
oh dear.
It is all over my blouse. Everyone was so tired.
It's all right, Amanda. Everything will be all right. Just try and calm down and tell me where Neil and the children are.
Oh yeah.
Upstairs. They were tired, and Neil said they could take a nap in the bed, and I thought Barbara wouldn't mind as there were any children.
Where are you going?
I was so tired, so Neil took them.
You can play it with the VR headset on, but it's not 3D. It's not using a stereoscopic vision. So it's kind of like how I was playing GTA the other day. I have played it with the headset on, and it's pretty cool. The only reason I've not got the headset on now is because it's damned hot in here.
I can hold your hand if you like.
I think things get kind of sinister. Oh, no. Oh my God, it's Simon.
Please help me.
Oh
Of
dear.
course I'll help you. Neil? Neil, are you there?
Hello, Alec. Greetings and welcome. Advanced Simon, 6 colours. Were there only 5 on the... I don't know. What's the book? Operation Wood... What? I can't quite... They do keep a tidy house. Yeah. Hello, Jolie. This is Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. It was, I got it a couple of years ago, several years ago on PlayStation Plus. It's a freebie. Basically, you're trying to solve the puzzle of where everyone has gone. It's like I'm the last person on Earth and everyone has disappeared. Oh, piano. It's 1980 something. Oh.
1404080.
Weird messages on phones and radios. This house reminds me of my grandparents' place. That's not really helping. Number station. Yeah. I don't know if the numbers mean anything. It's always run just fine on the PS4, never mind the Pro. It runs well on the standard PS4. Don't think it's the Lincolnshire Post. Hello, Red D. Greetings and welcome. So something happens to, like when the event, whatever it was, happened, the kids got headaches and then started bleeding. It's a shame when they don't fix stuff. I mean, if there's a glaringly obvious problem, they really ought to do something. People have spent money on it. So you should pick it up. I don't know if it's a good game. I played it before when it came out and I didn't get anywhere near finishing it. I just find it very pretty, and it's 80s. Duran Duran must have caused him. Do you know I actually like Duran Duran? Certainly their earlier stuff anyway, the first 2 albums. I think they're quite good. Haverton District Council welcomes you. Yeah. There's still places like... Oh, there's weird stuff going on around here.
What are you doing? I saw you doing that.
Stay away from me. Don't come near me.
This is people's property. You're scaring them.
It's all over the village. It's got into everything. It's so fast.
What are you talking about?
It's travelling down the wires.
Yeah, go on, you've lost your mind. Where is Kate? What have you done with her?
Don't you understand? It's breaching the quarantine and adapting.
Give me that bloody can. Hand it over, Appleton.
Look, get off. No, Sam, stop it.
You weedy little shit. Give
It's
me the
mine.
can. Give me the
Stop
can.
it. I need it.
Grow up!
Definitely Tory, yeah. I don't know if it's in the north or the south. Kind of looks like the south to
It's
me.
starting to manifest itself everywhere.
Stephen, come back.
Oh, Christ.
I grew up in a village that looked a bit like this, albeit it had an iron oxide factory. Actually didn't, it was the village next to it that looked more like this. I lived in the little village of Deanshanger, but the village down the road, Wicken, looked like this. Breaching the quarantine. Yeah. Ford Fiesta Mark 1. Is it an XR2? It could be, hard to tell. And a proper old school Land Rover. Bit grubby. This was a Poirot mystery. He would be screwed trying to get everyone in a room. Yeah. Yeah. I've never actually watched any Poirot. Nor Miss Marple, nor Murder, She Wrote, or any of that, but I know what you mean. What's this cat doing? Take it you can't drive in. No, it's a real shame. I would love to. I mean, they've left the door open. I bet the keys are even in it, but pretty sure I can't get in. No. Oh, look at that. It's a Walkman. God. No, I can't get in. No, Rhino, no. God, no, don't do that. Idiot. We're in a flat and the cat's trying to get out the window. It is on a catch, but just the fact that he's trying, bear with me. Bloody cat's trying to go to the Rapture. Between live bloody commentary of incidents down the road and cats trying to jump out of the flat window. Yeah, this is... They don't want me to stream. I don't know who they are. There must be Capri around somewhere. Do you know? Well, there is. I mean, there's a Ford Cortina down the road. There's a Maestro or Montego or whatever it is. Can we go in? No, we can't. I can see another car. Let's go see what that is. That looks like another Cortina. God, I wish he'd walk faster. Golf GTI. Yeah, it'd be a Mark 1 if it was. Look at that, they leave the doors wide open. State of that upholstery. Can't get in. Is it a Cortina or a Granada? I always found that the Mark V Cortinas and the Granadas look very similar. To my eye, that's a Cortina, but I could be wrong. Now, I seem to remember something happens in this game, so you can die. I don't know. You can, I think you can die in this game if you do something wrong, and it's something to do with those flash...
Well, loaves and fishes we can manage, but
Father
garden
Jeremy,
design's a little bit more...
might I have a word?
Oh,
Mrs.
here we
Boyles,
go,
of course.
busybody.
Meg, will you excuse us, please?
I'll see you back at Charlie's later. Cheerio, Wendy.
I was speaking to Barbara. She said there were some irregularities about Mary's morphine.
Hello,
Good
Jake.
grief. Those are private medical records. Barbara should know better than to be discussing that sort of thing with you.
Yeah.
If Dr. Wade finds out, he'll have no choice but to suspend her. Damn it, Wendy. Your brother is grieving. Mary was sick for a long time, and I'm glad it's over for her. Go and support Frank. He needs you now.
God knows what you did. He sees. I just break and overlook Mary's weakness, but you, a man of the cloth,
If you have an issue
you
with-
bring shame on this parish.
If you have an issue with me, I suggest you write to the Bishop of the Diocese. I have parishioners to attend to. Excuse me.
Yeah. Only Christians go to the Rapture. I got no chance. I reject all religion. I'll say no more than that. I would offend people. But I'm going to the church. Find the Vic. I don't think there's going to be a Vic-20 in the church, but yes, there could potentially. There should be some old 80s computers in these houses, shouldn't there? Write me a letter, you'll receive an automated reply. Yeah. Do love the graphics on this game. I don't think it's PS4 Plus Pro, whatever, enhanced. It always looked gorgeous. Time to loot. I don't know. Can I get in? Oh, I see. I've got a feeling this is. Oh no, weird crap happens in here. I think. I seem to remember. This all goes a little bit. Yeah, this is ringing some bells, and I don't think they were church bells. Never mind the holy water, where's the communion wine? I don't think I can pick anything up. I don't seem able to, but what is that? Cushions? I think it's cushions. Well, Tesco seem to have taken over a lot of pubs. Or is that co-op? So yeah, church is next. Wouldn't surprise me. Actually, I'm probably thinking of a completely different game where the church gets trashed. I think it's one of the Battlefield games. There's nothing happening here. I thought something happened. Oh well. Come on, man, walk faster. No. Little boy. No. Not really a fan of Lidl as a supermarket. Battling of. I don't know if there was a hoo-ha. It may be. I definitely. I played it recently, and I was definitely in a cathedral. And I think it's Battlefield 5, or was it Battlefield 1? I like Morrison's. I don't like Aldi, whatever. Don't like them. They're just a little bit. I don't know. I like Morrison's. Here we are. This show is not in any way sponsored by Morrison's or Tesco or Aldi. Aldi. Definitely not Lidl. Oh, I like that game. I completed that and the sequel. Haven't played them in a long while, but yeah, good games. Or at least they were the first games on the PS3 I think that I really got into and like played from start to finish. I didn't bother getting Resistance 3 because they got that stupid activation code thing that stopped you buying them second hand unless you paid 10 quid for some key code. I don't know whether I want to go up the hill or because I know there's stuff down that way. Oh, and there's the pond. I never played Battlefield 1942. I played Battlefield 1943, the PS3 game. I never played the first Battlefield. Something happens down here. Oh, or maybe not. They hadn't quite got their water effect right when they did this. Hello, Hilly. Greetings and welcome. Yeah, that water ripple speed is kind of... You may well have, Alec. I know I played that with a couple of people a few years ago. That was a fun game. I played Battlefield 2 a fair bit as well. I played that one on PC. I was terrible at that because I'm not really good with the mouse and keyboard. So it was like spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die. But I did enjoy it. I liked it when some of the maps of that appeared on Battlefield 3 as like downloadable stuff. Stream Blair Witch on PS4. I've got no interest in Blair Witch at all. Never seen the films. Wasn't even aware there was a game. But yeah, that's just not gonna happen. Nolf 2. What's that? Or is that a typo? I don't know what that is. $21.42. I never played that one either. I read bad reviews of that, which kind of disappointed me because I liked Battlefield 2 that much. No one lives forever. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Oh, here we go.
See me as an outsider here as well.
Is that supposed to make me feel any better?
I understand it's difficult. That's all I'm saying. Your lot
like a smug
Valis have never mixed with the local community. People here, they don't really understand what you do up there.
Are you trying to get me to come to your church?
It's not just about faith. It's about the community. Be involved. Be seen as part of it. One of them.
Good morning, Father. Lovely day. Oh, hello. Mrs. Appleton, isn't it?
It's Dr. Collins.
Lady scientist. Whatever next.
Good morning, Barbara.
Is there someone else here? Oh, there it is.
You really think that's a community that will ever see me as one of them? I can live with them staring at me. If they just stay out of my way.
Right. So, uppity scientist and snotty village locals and arrogant geezer who just, I don't know. Postman Pat Van. Oh, this is a proper old... Is this a transit or is it a Bedford? No, it's a transit. Hello, Sean. Greetings and welcome. I know what you're saying there, Red. I have some thoughts on that, but I'm not going to get drawn on it because some of it goes into personal details that I don't want to share, and some of it would just offend people. Hello again, Simone. Greetings. Welcome back. Sorry, I had to bail earlier. Commentary going on that I didn't think was wise to broadcast. I should probably look into that Nolf thing. I'll see what videos there are. Do not attempt to leave, you will be detained. Do not attempt to telephone outside your local area. Do you see the not... Oh, because it's travelling through the phone lines, isn't it? It's in the wires. Please keep your radio on at all times for further information. Crisis Preparedness Action Bill, 1982. Yeah. But they'll change their mind later on and not adhere to the agreement and break international law while doing it. Yeah. Oh my God. That roundabout. We had one of those when I was a kid. At the wreck, as we called it, at the end of my street. We had one of these, and it was bloody brilliant. Because it does it. It didn't just go round, it'd do that. So you'd have a bunch of kids sitting on it, and then some other kid would just be a dick and do this, and yeah. Yes, it would. God, yeah, if your fingers were on the edge of it when it hit the middle. Jesus. I never even thought of that. Lethal. They don't do them anymore for obvious reasons, but I did like it. The light trails, they do something. I mean, they're what are activating all these replays of the people speaking. But more than that, I'm not sure. I have a feeling that they can kill you. I seem to recall playing this a few years ago and having a nasty interaction with these things and dying, but I might be misremembering that. Toy sword? Where's there a toy sword? Oh yeah. It's a download. It's not even an especially big download. It's quite old, but it's on there. Some kind of rubber ring, maybe a frisbee type thing. It is a shame you can't pick stuff up. That would be fun. I'd go after the glowing thing with the toy sword. Can I kick the ball? No. Well, damn. I seem to step on it or over it or something. Dog chew toy. What, the blue ring? Maybe. Looks like a dog shat on this ball. Mountain bike. Never had, not a mountain bike, it's a BMX, isn't it? What am I talking about? And they painted the tyres, as kids were inclined to do on occasion. Yeah, I would rather have a physical game. Though, I mean, I never paid for this, and I probably never would. I don't know what that's all about. I never would have. It just happened to look interesting, and it was a freebie, so I downloaded it all that time back then. And of course, I stopped paying for PlayStation Plus for the time that I was in my room in Worksop. But when I moved into Joe's and she'd got decent broadband, I started paying for PlayStation Plus again, and hey presto, I could play this again. Rally BMX. I used to like rally bikes. I had loads of rally bikes. Just reading what you wrote there, Rob, about you wonder if I'm a glowy thing and don't realise that's a good... Yeah, that is a thought. Don't know. I mean, I seem to remember there being clues that I had to find things for. But I'm not finding really any clues at the moment, or I seem to remember coming back here once looking for something in particular, but I'm not finding it now. So I'm probably missing things. Oh, there's one of them radios in here. Where's the radio? There's the radio.
The magnetic field is causing disruptions to phone signals and the rest of the electrics.
It's on the PlayStation
There are voices
store.
on the line. It's 4 a.m. Maybe everyone is up looking at the light show.
Blade Runner 2014. Yeah, absolutely. I love that film. It's not quite as good as the original, but I do think it's great. You've got this exact radio. Does it give radio broadcasts from 1981 with like updates of some kind of weird event down at Told Observatory? What's the book? What are they reading? What are they drinking? Chaos Theory. I Spy a Butterfly's Chaos Theory. Okay. How am I doing? I'm good, thank you. And how are you? Cheers. Yeah, I'm good. Life is good. What's the object of this? I really don't know. Solve the mystery. Where everyone has gone. What caused their disappearance. It's some strange event. Children started getting headaches and bleeding, and then may or may not have died, and just everyone's vanished, and there are strange glowy things flying around that replay conversations people had on some, I don't know what, a couple of days ago or something, and you've got to figure out what went on. And that's all I know. And you're kind of limited in your movement, in where you can go. But really, what alleyway? The one I was at down, probably does lead somewhere. I mean, that is the thing. There is an inclination to skip things because he walks so bloody slow, and it's like, it's so pretty. I want to see everything, and so I might miss walking somewhere. How was my birthday? It was very good. It was nice. Didn't do anything special or go anywhere special. Just chilled out and ate cake. And there's another Ford Cortina. What is that all about? Cake, yes, red velvet cake. I do like red velvet cake. And I had some beer. Definitely something going on at this place. I had some... It was like a locally brewed beer called Buxton Blonde. And obviously I had to make a joke about it sounding awfully like Buxom Blonde. Because, well, you kind of have to, don't you? Mercedes rims on the court. Were they? I didn't notice. Buying the Mario game and watch? No. No, I don't like Mario. I've got no interest in Mario. I like Mario Kart,
You
but
have
it's
to make
like...
a decision, Lizzie.
Oh, here we go.
Especially now.
But I do love him, Father.
The thing is, I've got the
I love them
original
both.
He's married.
Game & Watch
There are other people
board
involved.
game,
I
albeit
hardly
British
think that
release,
anyone's in a
called
position to claim the moral high
Time
ground,
Out
do
Toss
you?
Up.
Yeah, I totally
I've got
agree
an
about
original
Stephen.
one from
I'm
the
not British, but I
80s.
think Kate might see things differently.
Do you? I mean, she's not screwing anyone else, pardon my French, but she spends all day and night locked up in that observatory. Stephen
She's got a
says they
Somerset
barely
accent.
see each other. That's hardly a marriage, is it?
It is. She's got a Somerset accent. Something shiny in the greenhouse. I've lost the greenhouse. It was getting very autumnal, but today it's really quite warm. Time out tosser. Well, I could, yes. Flashbacks of the Archers with some of the voices. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Where? Who are Jethro? Can't get in the shed. Ah, it's the sword. Yeah, the sword's a bit shiny. It's the bees. I wonder if the bees are there or have they gone to the Rapture as well. But no, I was going to say before I interrupted myself and got sidetracked, I picked this game to stream specifically because it is slow. There's nothing much going on. It's not action-packed, so I don't... That door looks wrong. You know, I can pay attention to what everyone's saying and talk. Where on a faster paced game it's harder to do that. I can't keep up with the chat. The weather here and the temperature and everything is kind of all over the place. We have weeks where it's no door handle, and the door looks like it sinks into the ground, like it's the midline is too far down. Either, wow, all I can think is they just miscalculated the size of the door when they built the house, and I mean the model, not. That's very convincing. I mean, those bricks are great. Yeah, the lack of a handle is a little bit... Well, I mean, they screwed it up already, so they might as well go the whole way and make it impossible to use it. It's like they didn't really want a door there, but they forgot to finish the wall, so they just slapped a door in just to close the hole. I'm going to get lost now. Access denied. Yep. It's a pretty garden, but I wouldn't want to be the one who does the gardening on it. It reminds me of Rob's garden, but it's not full of chickens and ducks. You've got ducks, haven't you, Rob? I can hear... Oh, fun. Oh, look at that fun.
Visual and auditory distortions are becoming more frequent, along with mild convulsions to the left side, all of which support a preliminary diagnosis of intracranial hypertension,
Oh dear.
occurring as a result of a substantial and rapidly expanding tumor, originating, I believe, within the hypothalamus. Cognitive functions are currently unimpaired, aside from this crippling headache. Hemorrhaging is becoming more frequent, with darker clots passing through the nasal personal passages primarily. I believe I am dying.
Oh dear.
This is certainly not flu.
No, it's not.
Or anything else I have ever encountered.
It looks like Spanish
And
flu,
certainly a tumor
which didn't come
cannot
from
expand
Spain, it
this
came
rapidly.
from the USA. Don't let them tell you
In
otherwise.
the blood clots, I see tiny flecks of what looks almost like, if I had to try and find a description, liquid light.
Liquid light, you're seeing
Cannot
glowy
explain
blobs.
this phenomenon.
It does, doesn't it? It looks like a gear lever designed by someone who never saw a gear lever, but heard one described by a blind person. I know, Alec. I don't hold it against you. I can't remember what I was saying, actually. Ignore me if I'm being a dick, it's not intentional. Open. No, open. Let me in. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying, yes. It did though. He was a chicken farmer. He was a chicken farmer and an army cook. God. Banners. Hello, Amy.
Here you are. There's a queue of patients a mile long out there.
Just send them to the village hall with the others, please, Bob.
Doctor, people are scared. Mrs. Gable just called me and said her husband's vanished.
Is that
She
a
was very
bit
frightened.
20?
She said
I
there was
do
blood
believe it
coming up
is.
from his ears and his
What
nose.
the hell do you want me to do?
I can't nick it though.
Until they lift the quarantine, we're not going anywhere. Just tell them to drink plenty of fluids, stay warm, and follow the instructions on the radio.
Doctor, Phil, please, you have a duty to your patient. Your nose.
It's COVID-19 all over again. Or precursor to it or something. What the hell have they done to that Vic 20? Well, I can turn the telly off and on. Yay, interactivity. Like you've never known it before. Can I open these? No, but I can stand on the box. It's not a C16. C16s are like dark brown. It's a big 20. It is great just for walking around. I mean, I might never solve the puzzle or achieve anything at all, but it's just really nice to walk around because it's so pretty. And I like pretty games. It's not a test card, it's just some kind of garbled... Well, I don't know what. That's the observatory. You can see that I'm pointing at it. There. Yeah, it is similar in that first-person Shenmue with no interactivity at all and no characters to interact with or beat up or no quick-time events, which is good because I hate those. They ruined that game for me. Yeah. No maps. So that's the health centre. I load it. I've got like an SD card interfacey thing for mine with a quick load cartridge thingamajig from The Future Was 8-bit. This game is Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, if indeed it is a game, because it could be like 80 Sneak Freak says, and it's an experience rather than a game. which I think that's a pretty good way of describing it. SD to IEC for the win. Absolutely, I love those things. My SD card doofer didn't actually come from the future, was 8-bit, but the Epix fast loader cartridge thing, well, I guess it's a clone of the Epix or whatever, that came from future was 8-bit. I get a lot of stuff from that. Ooh, weird stuff. Weird stuff going on here. This might be dangerous. We're getting like weird ripples in the space-time continuum or something. We've got the yes, I have got an Ultima cartridge. It's great. I didn't know it when I did some videos using it, and I didn't know at the time about cursor keys or other keys that can center your screen. Because on some of the games it just wasn't centered. In fact, it was off the bottom edge of the screen or something. I didn't know I could adjust that, so it kind of bugged me a bit. But some of the games on it were playing. X16. I don't know anything about that. What's going on here? I think I missed an opportunity there. I wasn't paying attention and didn't see it telling me to... Oh, here we go. Come on, do the thing. And we're off. Maybe. No, I'm playing it on a PS4. Oh dear, bad things happened here. System Shock 2. I haven't played that. The only, we're getting into the realms of horror game here. And the only horror game I ever played, unless you count like Doom 3, which isn't really horror, but yeah, was, do you know, I've forgotten what it's called now. Duh. There was a horror PC game I played that when I came back to play it years later, I didn't think much of it, but at the time I found it quite scary. It's one Review Tech USA goes on about a bit. He mentioned it recently. Not amnesia. It is one word. Fear. That's the one. Fear. I played Fear. Shropshire. We're in Shropshire. Yeah. Fear. Ooh. Come on. Give me clues, damn it. Okay. It scared me the first time I played it, but then I came back to it like 10 years later and played it and was like, I don't know if it's a good idea to go near this. Generally, I'm not into the jump scary kind of anything. I don't generally go in for scary games. Oh, that didn't do anything at all. There's certainly some tension going on with this that's... Oh, do that again. Do it again. Do it again. Let me through, damn it. Well, I'm not learning anything there. What's this one doing? Oh. Do your thing. Come on, do it. Do whatever you're going to do. They are gorgeous graphics. And this is like, it's an old game. I watched Side of the Century. There's a game show. What year was this game made, or what year is it set in? I got it. Oh, I don't know. I got this the year I got a PS4, which was probably about 2 years after they came out. Whatever year that was, but I don't remember. Made, yeah, a couple of years after, about 3 years after the PS4 came out, maybe, don't know. No, I got it as a freebie, so probably not long after they were released. No, once you've downloaded it once, as long as you've got PlayStation Plus, you can download it again and again. And you can end your PlayStation Plus, restart it later, years later, and hey presto, it's yours again, which is how I come to be playing this now. Yeah, I got bored in there. Oh, it's set in 1981. Oh god. Okay, what the hell? Weird shit happening. I think it's a fictional village and I've forgotten what it's called. It'll say somewhere there'll be some village shop or sign or something, and then we'll wherever it is you can get premium motor oil here. I didn't notice the price. But I remember when you could buy a pack of Marlboros for 50p. Big old wet. Geotech and more. Hello, greetings and welcome. Loose. Oh, I never bought single.
Meg, come and have a look at this.
Oh.
Oh, I don't believe it. Charlie?
Jeremy reckons someone had been raiding all the empty houses. He said a load of stuff had been taken.
What's up?
It looks like someone's been collecting their own supplies.
Bastard.
Well, we've got enough stock in the warehouse to keep the entire village going for months.
We should get a truck.
What, and go and get all of it now?
Yeah, why not?
It's Appleton. It's that bloody crackpot, Stephen Appleton. I'm gonna fucking do him.
Sam, it's fine.
Oh, thanks for the swearing. I want to monetize this.
We'll swing by the camp and get
Get me
on
a
the way back.
strike or whatever, bastard. Well, we got it. They do like their fiestas round here, don't they? That one looks a bit. I don't. Player sensitive to what? I've got no. I don't know what I am. Information not available. You just kind of get dumped in it and left to figure it out with no real information. Or if there was any, I wasn't paying attention. I remember places like this. Ew. Okay, which way were we going? Are we going that way? That looks like it goes back out of the village. Did we? And that's the way we came in. Because no. I'm confused now, because I remember coming in past this here. Yeah, I came in down that hill, I think. I don't remember the garage, but I remember walking past this car. Yeah, or maybe not, but here's the little playing field. Sense of direction all messed up. Sponsored by Ford. Well, you'd think so, but then they've got an Austin. Well, what are they? British Leyland, basically. Stalker. Don't know that. Shepherd's Walk. Ooh, caravan. I'm not really into caravans, but I want a camper van. Did I knock? I knocked. Can we get in the cat? Let's go. Oh, look at this. Oh, another radar.
It wasn't just some distortion of physics. I may not understand it yet, but it wasn't an accident. All of the clocks, what happened at Tower 6, it's just not random. There's an effort.
Yeah, it is
An
a
attempt
maestro.
to communicate.
Maestro or Montego, I can never remember which was which. Was the Maestro the smaller one and the Montego the big one, or was it the other way around? Oh, can't get through there. And I wasn't actually listening to what she was saying. Montego was the bigger one, right? Yeah, well that's a Montego. Post-apocalyptic, well, kind of. It's not nuclear war, but there's been some kind of weird event and everyone's disappeared. Reminds me of a film I saw many years ago, and I think it was it was a film from New Zealand. God, and I know the name of the film. Oh, God, that's going to bug me now. Some weird thing happened at a nuclear reactor, and basically everyone disappeared, vaporized, vanished, except the people who died or were dying or died at that exact moment. What the hell was that film called? That was a good film, and there was just like a bunch of people, and most of them died like through heart attack or illness or whatnot, and there was this one guy who he died and it was like suicide, and there were last man on there. No, there wasn't that. They got the arse at this one guy because it's like there they all were,
Well, I really don't
and
see
he'd
what it
chosen
has
to
to
throw
do
his
with me
life
at all.
away.
The village looks up to you. I just think with what's been happening with Mr. Coles and Mrs. Boughton and the others, the people need somewhere to talk, to feel safe.
Perhaps they don't think that your church is somewhere they feel particularly safe.
I don't need your forgiveness, Wendy. Or theirs. Whosoever thou art that judgest, for wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest
God.
thyself. Romans chapter 2, verse 1.
Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. It's not my judgment you should be worried about, Father.
No,
But
I
fine.
wouldn't be.
I'll talk to Barbara. Ask her to put a note up in the surgery about an extra
Go drink
service. Will
some
that do?
prune juice, you miserable old biddy. No. Dark City. I think I watched that. I don't remember a lot about it, but I've got a feeling I did watch that, and it was dark, and there was something about ink or something. But I might be confusing that with something else. Can we go in? No. They've all got such nice gardens. Don't go to Shell Beach. Oh, thanks. No? Oh, not thanks. Not what we wanted at all. Cigarettes for any Americans watching. Alec. Ended with driving a truck into... Yes, that is exactly it. Yeah, there was like a series of New Zealand films that were on... I got no idea what engine this is. There was like a whole group of New Zealand films that got put on telly way back when, and that was the one that sticks in my mind the most. I think there was The Reflecting Skin, one of those films as well. That was a really good film. We've been up there, that's the church. So I guess we'll just go, we'll go this way. Maybe, I don't know. Speaking of old cars, I recently bought a white Reliance Scimitar. I like those. They're a fascinating looking thing. I haven't seen one of them in years. Cool car. I bet they're not as fast as they look. I didn't know they were made by Reliant either. At least they got the right number of wheels. Are they a bit rusty? The Quiet Earth. Yeah. That was a good film. And this reminds me of that. I mean, other films in that kind of theme are like Dear Mega Man and that remake with Will Smith. That was alright as well, actually, but the dog died and that made it really... You can't kill a dog in a film. I don't care whether it's being heroic or stupid or whatever, but you just can't kill a dog. Kill the people. Kill all the people, but not the dog. I don't know if I've seen... I have seen Rec... Have I seen Rec... If I've seen Requiem for a Dream, I don't remember what happened, but then that's true of a lot of films that I've seen. Dark City I might have. 1.0 definitely not. The Road might have. I think so. Bloke walking along a road with a child.
Benjamin, Georgie, leave it alone. It might have fleas.
Hello, Amanda. What are they up to?
Oh, they found another dead bird. I do wish the council would clean them up.
Well, apparently they're saying it's a flu epidemic. And I gather they'll be closing the roads and
It's not a
stations,
flu
so they're
epidemic
worried
and
enough
someone's
of that.
lost...
Oh, for
What have they
goodness
left?
sake.
Might be
Satchel?
nervous about with the flu outbreak, I suppose. But look, I'm just saying, if you were planning on taking the kids to Wales, now might be the time to do it.
Yeah, let's
Well,
bugger
thanks,
off to
Barbara. I'll have
Wales.
word
We'll
with
go and
Neil,
stay
see
with
what he
Rob.
thinks. Now, George, Benjamin, for God's sake, leave it alone.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't remember much about it. Definitely bleak. But then it's like bleak. Have you seen, oh, here we go. I can't bloody remember the names of films when I want to, and I know that The Revenant. That is one bleak film. What's that thing doing? It's having a Barney. You see, I don't know if those things are meant to be giving a clue or what. Yeah, it's pretty grim. I think Joker is a pretty bleak film. You don't watch that film for laughs. And then let's not even talk about Threads. Jesus. Traumatized a generation. Oh, The Village is way older than the 80s, but it's the cars are 80s. The Village will be like, it'll be dating back to the Middle Ages or something. We've got lots of villages like that. And a good chunk of Chesterfield, where I live now, is like that. There's a pub in Chesterfield that dates back to 14 something, I think. Flight of the Conchords. I don't know that one. What's it doing? I watched King of Comedy many years ago. Don't remember much about it, except that it wasn't funny, but I don't think it was meant to be. I used to really like Robert De Niro, but then he started doing comedies, and he was like, to my mind, he mistakenly believed he could do comedy. And De Niro is not funny. There is nothing funny about De Niro. And the comedies that he did were not funny. They were nasty. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know if it was a joke I wasn't in on, or if he just lost his way, but I stopped watching De Niro films when he started doing comedies. What typo? Flight of the Conchords. Is this the way I came in? I might be going back on myself now. Yeah, I think he seems to be back to doing some serious stuff now, and that's good. What is this thing doing? Can we go through here? What do you want? It's like... It seems to be having some kind of barn-in. I don't know, is it like, I'm not meant to go up here yet, I should go back because I've missed something? Or is it saying, come on, go this way, go up here? I don't know. Maybe it's none of those things. Oh, this is pretty. Can we go up there? A walking simulator. Well. Oh. Okay, that's nice. I suppose it could be a walking simulator, yeah. With added storyline. But I can't get up that. And we have no jump facility. So it's like the slightest thing can block our path. It would be really good in VR. I have played it with the VR headset on, just because I took to playing a whole load of games with the VR headset on to see how they look. Because obviously they're not in VR, but non-VR games can still look really good with the headset on, because it's like playing a video game on a cinema screen, because it's bloody huge. And sometimes that's good and sometimes it's not. GTA style gameplay. Yeah. Well, it would be nice to be able to steal the cars, or even the BMX bike. Hello. Weird blobby stuff going on here again. Huh. Hedgerow birds of England. Nice. Oh dear. I agree. An interactive little English village with people doing the... What are we... Oh, we're standing on the table. Interactive village with the local yokels doing their thing and getting pissed and having a fight with Farmer Giles and... I don't know. Flirting with the barmaid in the haystack or something. Whatever. Okay. Bunch of activists. Terrorists, I tell you. Domestic terrorists. Weird. Lack of... Mr. Door, I'm sure I've missed lots of doors. What one of them? Where? What? I can't. Oh. I can't open that one. There's got to be more in here, isn't there? Is there an upstairs? Oh. Well, that's... It's just one floor, surely not. There's got to be stairs. No. The bungalow. That's boring. They decided to bungalow roof on it. No, there is an upstairs. What the hell? How do we get up there? Oh, wait. Oh, it's that door that we can't go through. Right. Totally lost sense of direction now. Don't know where I'm going. Let's go look in the shed. Can't get in. Steal the ladder. Can't do that either. Steal the wheelbarrow. Guess what? Can't do that either. Can't even step over the low wall. Shame. I hate wood chip. I really, they're not quite wood chip, but there's very, very textured wallpaper here. It like came with the flat. We painted over it so it looks presentable, but it's like, I think if we took off the wallpaper, it would have probably pulled the walls down. Why are you hanging around the same house? What? I'm just investigating it. Being thorough. Well, more, it was there, so I'm having a look. Because I don't know where I'm going. Probably going to wind up back at... Huh? Ooh, okay, this something knackered old barn. Cool, I like knackered old barn. This is the kind of place I would love to take photos. I love derelict buildings. They're brilliant. Can we get in? No. Shame. Can we get out? Well, it's... Can I get over that? Yes. Cool. Still can't get in there. Reminds me slightly, but not very much, of an old barn in the cow field at the end of the street where I grew up. There was a cow shed, and me and my mate used to go up there and smoke cigars. We were about 10. This is pretty. Bluebells. I like bluebells. Yep. Probably Hamlet cigars, not your big fat Cubans, but whatever we could get hold of. Which obviously wasn't easy being 10 years old, but somehow we did manage to get hold of cigars and smoke them up at the cow shed. Yeah, very. How long did the cigar thing last? Not long. I think we only ever managed to get cigars a couple of times. I smoked them again in my 20s, like legally by then. I got a taste for a cafe creme. I wasn't really into your Hamlets, but I did like cafe creme for a bit. And then it just got too damned expensive. Well, I don't think I'm going to find anything useful here. Chinky spliff. I always said to myself, back when I smoked, that when I reached a certain age, I would smoke a pipe. And I'm probably at that age now. It's like I've got grey in my beard. I could probably smoke a pipe and not look like a pretentious twat, because, you know, if you were in your 20s or your 30s smoking a pipe, you just look like a pretentious twat. But I really like the smell of pipes. But I don't smoke anymore, and I'm not going to start again because it trashed my lungs. No, cafe creme definitely don't taste chocolatey. I smoked the odd herbal remedy back in the day. I did one or two other things as well back in the day, purely for scientific purposes. Didn't make a habit of it. 22 and smokes a pipe. Okay. Yeah. There are things I want to say about someone I know. But I won't say what I'm thinking, because it'd just be asking for trouble. Yeah, it don't make much sense. I can't understand why they call them that. But I think I bought them partly because you got more of them. You got like 10 of them in a tin, rather than like 5 Hamlets in a box. Albeit the Hamlets were longer, but I just thought the Cafe Creme were better value. Sense of direction not working. Now we've done all that. That just goes back into the garden, doesn't it? We'll go back along the road. I have once had a Cuban cigar. Yeah, there was the Cafe Creme did come in a tin. It was good. It was a useful sized tin. Not that I ever found anything to put in it. I always thought I'll keep the tin. It'll come in handy for something. But I never found anything worthwhile to put in the tin. Especially if I still fished. It might have been useful. Oh wow. That's potentially useful. So we're here. I don't know where we've been, but and here I am pointing, but you can't see me pointing, so that's kind of pointless. Okay. We've been to that house. Tree house.
Going away, Amanda?
Oh, just for a few days, yeah. First thing in the morning. I don't want the kids to catch this flu if it's going round.
It's probably that father, Jeremy, spreading it around while he tries to bully everyone into donations for the summer fete.
Seems very quiet in the village, actually, Wendy. Not much bullying to be done.
Oh, father, I didn't know you were here.
Clearly. Listen, I came up here to tell Amanda that
He's
we had
everywhere. He's
some
got no
vandalism in
body.
the village. Must be a teenage thing. Tagging, I think they call it. Someone's painting all over doors and things.
Little vandals. Well, I'll tell Neil to make sure we're properly locked up when we go.
A good man like my Eddie gone. And these thugs and yops running around defacing property. He gave everything to his country, and look what he got in return. Nothing but an early death.
Evaporated.
He had a good life, Wendy.
He had a short life. I look to my birds, Father.
You say tales of the unexpected, and I automatically hear that music and that woman dancing. Here we go, another Cortina. Hello, Evie, what are you doing? You're not going to jump onto my lap, are you? You big fat cat. She's a big furry jelly. Tacoma. Nope. Bet I can't get up there. I want to go up there. Let me up there. Oh, yes. We're going in the tree house. Yay, you can draw pictures.
Every computer in the observatory has set itself to 6:07 a.m. June 6th, 1984.
Oh.
I don't understand what that means.
It means they're VIC-20s and they don't know any better. Simone, why does that not surprise me? You got a RS-125. You have a Cortina as well. It seems fitting. .606 on the... Yeah, do you know I hadn't really thought about the... Oh, here we go. Hold on a minute. That Rubik's Cube's got too many bleeding... They only had 3 rows, not 4. That's just not right. The Mark III is the one I'm most familiar with. The Mark Actually, yes. No, it's probably the Mark 4 or 5 I'm most familiar with. But the Mark 3 were, you could do really, really cool stuff with them. I had a friend who had one, and he put like these round rear lights on it, which just transformed the back end of it. It's like got those high hips or whatever on it, and you've got wideish wheel arches, and that was a really cool car. I have in storage, I think downstairs rather than across town, I've got an original 1980s Rubik's Cube that I've still never solved because I suck at Rubik's Cubes, but I have got one. Coke bottle shape on the car, yes. In the same way as the Ferrari, it kind of makes me think of the hips on a Ferrari 308, 328, although they were obviously more accentuated. But they put hips on cars back then in a really good way. Where the hell am I going? Right turn, Clyde. One of the most atmospheric games I've ever played. Absolutely love it. 5 hours playing it. My God. Well, I don't think I'm going to be playing it from start to finish, but it is atmospheric, and it's just really pretty, and it's perfect for doing a live stream because I can sit here and chat with you and not miss any. Well, I potentially will miss stuff, but you know. I won't die suddenly because I got sniped and wasn't paying attention. And you lot can help me. Is that... Okay, that's the name of the town we're in. Haverton. Well, yeah, Haverton District Council. Where's the phone? Oh, there's the phone. 16 quid now, that's...
It got as far as the Haverton substation before we cut the lines.
Oh.
The interchange there just started dialing numbers at random.
Oh.
And the symptoms you're seeing match those we've been tracking here.
Sickness, headaches, nosebleeds, eventual hemorrhage, then just light, whatever the hell that means.
Then we've got to stop it before it finds another way out of the valley. Clive, you've got to order a strike.
Phones.
What?
An airstrike. We have to kill it.
No, I don't agree. We've quarantined the valley, we've cut the lines, it's contained.
What if you're wrong? Are you happy to have that on your conscience?
Stephen, I said it's contained.
Yeah, the gear. Well, I don't know. Yeah, that don't look right to me, the gear stick, but I haven't seen, like... If it's an L, maybe they had a crappy gear stick. I mean, my Fiat Seicento had a really crappy gear stick, so it might be. They might have put a decent gear stick on the more expensive models. I don't know whether... I mean, if it was like 7 quid, which is what I thought it was, and maybe it was last time I looked, I think it was certainly worth that. 16 or 20, I don't know. I can't say. I guess it depends just how much you enjoy walking around a really, really well-made English village. If you like that kind of thing, then it's probably worth the money. And the mystery... Oh my God. Yeah, okay. You see, if I lived in the country, this would be my house. Well, actually, no, this would be my family's house, the family that I grew up with. This would have been our house. I would keep it significantly better than this, but this was my family. We were that family in the streets who everyone just wished would go away. Feminist Austrian Maxi parked outside with anti-nicotine and anti-nuclear stickers on the side. That's the fall. I know that. Winter. And the mad kid said, "Give me the lead, give me the lead, give me the lead." I love that song. Where's the phone? You see, that would have been my brother taking the bloody engines apart, except he took the engines apart in the living room, and rather than like go to the sink and wash his hands to wash the oil off, he'd just wipe them on the walls because he was an arsehole. Yeah, I was gutted when Marquis Smith died, though I have to admit I stopped buying Fall albums after... God, which album was it? The one with the Great League of Bald-Headed Men. I can't remember what the album was called. That was the last really good song I heard by them. And I saw them do it live as well. Phone's on the table. I must be blind. Ooh. That ain't a unit then. Oh, and there's the phone.
Hello?
On top of this, all I could see was the CB.
Breaker Lost Cowboy, this is Travelling Sherlock. You copy over.
You damn bugger, Charlie. You don't do it when you're using the phone.
You'd say this too seriously, Appleton, I'm telling you.
It is serious. It's not larking about.
You'd be listening to your number stations again, Frankie.
It's not funny. It's serious stuff, and you should mind it. Now then, I'm assuming this is about a pint.
I am going to the Whistler. My round, I think.
I'll not argue with that.
Yeah, you did have to be loaded.
Have you seen the sky? It's
What?
amazing.
What?
Don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
Why?
I didn't realise we were off to a poetry recital as well, Charlie.
I had a CB. My first mobile phone was I got it in about 1987, and it was on Mercury 1-to-1, and it was a Motorola M301 flip phone. It was one of the first digital mobile phones on the market, so you couldn't listen in on it with a scanner. But when I realised you could listen in on other phones with a scanner, I went and bought a scanner, and my God, did I hear some stuff on that. Listening in on other people's mobile phones, that was fun. No, I just tried going up the ladder and it wouldn't do it, which is a shame. There's some lag, Rob, between what you see and then you respond and me reading what you've written. There's just server lag. What's the ultimate 80s thing to do? Listening in on mobile phones on a scanner. It was I mean, you could listen to... I never heard the fire brigade. I heard ambulances. I heard the police. And mobile phones not very often, but I heard several... Well, the one that... I remember this, like, lovers' tiff. This couple were basically breaking up. And he was breaking up with her because she was just... so uninvolved in the relationship. She wouldn't offer an opinion or anything, or seem to care about anything. And everything he said, she said, whatever. And I was just sitting there like fascinated. I mean, and I listened to the police, and I got to recognise all the like the radio controllers at the police station. And there was this bloke who was just like, he was legendary. You knew when he was on, because all the other police were like chirpy and everything, because he was just fun. And there was this woman who just had an amazing voice. Always fun to watch, listen to. When you're walking, you can press the right trigger and you speed up over 10 seconds. Not very much, but wow. That's not making any difference at all. Just having mates around to watch movies and play games. Always did what? Oh yeah. Yeah, mobile phones did make her audio gear go weird, didn't it? The trigger's not doing anything to this. Yeah, I think it was the pre-digital stuff that made the audio stuff go weird. Keep your fingers on it for 10 seconds and it goes faster. Okay.
Terry called this morning.
Ooh.
Said there was a problem with Harvey. Said he couldn't get through to the vet, so I said I'd come round and take a look.
There's a lot of dead birds today. More here, too, poor little things. I've been trying to get hold of Steve, and he always knows what to do.
Got round here and no sign of either of them.
With any luck, the stupid creature will have run under a car.
Well, you
it's
mean
probably
old bat.
rabies.
Bloody hope you get rabies, you weird glowing blob of light. Let's go in here. They've got Sky Satellite TV. Harvey. Oh, where's the dog? Bailey nearly got called Harvey. It was weird actually. It was like Harvey's Bristol cream or Bailey's Irish cream. Oh, birdies are dying. That reminds me of Flash Forward. I miss Bailey. More agricultural, so yeah, definitely got that bunch of farmers. I think we might be walking faster actually. Yeah. Oh, here we go. More dead birds. Definitely Flash Forward. Tipworth Woods. Is that like worth fly tipping? Is that what they're saying?
Harvey!
What?
Harvey, come on, boy!
Come on, Harvey.
Come on, Harvey! Come on, boy!
Yeah, come on, Harvey. Where are you? We're going to get a little glowing blob of a dog. Well, don't tell me. No spoilers, please.
Just push it. Push the bloody thing.
You push it. I told you it would get stuck.
Should have just taken the car. This was a stupid idea.
Moving here was a
yeah.
stupid idea. And I told you, Barbara said they blocked the roads. You go and look then.
Wait, is that Harvey? Harvey?
Harvey!
Harvey!
Come on, Harvey.
Come here, boy!
Where are you, dog? Glowing blob of a dog. Let's go up here. Yeah, Flash Forward got canned before we ever found out what was going on. Oh, no, I have got no booze. I kind of wish I had. Oh, this is cool. Hello, Steve. Greetings and welcome. Oh God, they had one of these as well. Oh, that takes me back. Wow. Why doesn't that surprise me, Steve? And they've got another Ford Cortina. And the pogo, I liked pogo sticks, though they were more 70s than 80s. We're beyond wherever I played this game, like, years ago when I first got it. Love Battlestar Galactica. I've got that on full, all the DVDs, the original series and the reboot. I do like Battlestar Galactica. Oh, dead piggin. Let's go see the glowing blob. Oops. Which way? It's such a big place, it's difficult to know which way to walk. I mean, it kind of sort of guides you. Oh, Frisbee. Aren't we back near the observatory? Well, I didn't even notice waffle. Oh, so there is. And there's a railway carriage up there. No, come on. Don't be giving stuff away. This is nice. This is very nice. I want a jump button. I don't know if his wire's going wrong here. But here we are. I wonder if I'd drown if I jumped. Actually, I tried walking into the pond and couldn't. I probably can't walk into this either. Oh, I can. Well, that's good. Okay then, let's try and drown. Yeah, they definitely haven't got the ripple effect right. I remember, hello, someone's dumped their Land Rover here. I remember back in the 80s talking with a friend who, we were both video game enthusiasts. Well, we both got Acorn Electrons actually, and talking about the development of games and the hardware and everything, and how gobsmacked we were at how quickly it improved, and saying and only half believing it, one day video games will be like photorealistic and you won't be able to tell them from the real world, or at least it'll be like watching telly. And we were saying this at like the age of 14 and only half believing it. But here we are 35 years later and it happened. I'd like a game called Creation that made Myst on the Amiga. Well, then I wouldn't like it because I really don't like Myst. Thing is, a lot of people presume they know what kind of games I like because I like one game, so they think I'll like another. But 9 times out of 10, I very probably wouldn't like it at all. So, God, I hope I'm dead already. Because I'm taking my life in my hands. Mostly when someone says, yeah, you should try a blah blah game, I just plain don't, on principle, because my taste is unpredictable to a degree. It's like I like racing games, but people say try this game or that game, and I'm like, try them and I don't like them, because there are things, I'm just really picky, really. God almighty. British Rail. Ah. back when the railways in Britain actually took you places for a reasonable price and you could buy a really god-awful cheese sandwich. But at least you could buy one on the train. Should try Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. Yeah, I think I should try that. That's a good suggestion. Used to be able to get on a train to London from Milton Keynes, and I think the first time I ever did it was a tenner, but the last time I did it was only 30 quid. I can't imagine what it costs now, though I wouldn't be taking one from Milton Keynes, obviously. What happened to this? Where's the engine? Improvement to Barnsley to Sheffield. Yeah, well, I don't know what trains met any people yet. No, all the people are just glowing blobs. Wow. Oh, shopping trolley. The trains in Worksop were those Pacer trains that are basically a train body stuck on a bus chassis, which are just completely shite. I don't know what they've got in Chesterfield. I haven't been on a train here. Need to move your controller about in front of the orbs. Well, I do that when they give you like an on-screen. Why the hell is there a mortar bomb just there? Holy crap. Okay. Shit's really hitting the fan here. I don't know if they had sandwich trolleys. I think it was mostly a buffet car. And the sandwiches were god awful. I can't pick it up. I can't pick anything up, and it's probably just as well. It'd blow my arms off if I'm not a glowing blob myself. The phone conversation said about bombing the valley. Right. Well, that probably explains that then. Yeah, they're probably stopping people from leaving and taking whatever this weird thing is away from here and infecting the rest of the country, probably. Here we go. My dad built a signal box at the bottom of the garden at Dean's Hangar.
I lost my shoes.
Yeah,
I lost my shoes, sir.
You lost your shoes.
There's arches on the green.
What?
They've taken my shoes, sir.
Howard Latham! You open the door this instant, young man.
I lost my shoes.
Don't. The answer to these questions may or may not be discovered in the playing of this game, because I don't know the answer, and anyone who does know the answer, do not tell, because that will spoil things.
Stephen, where is he?
What are you doing with those birds?
It did sound like he said arches, didn't it?
Where's Stephen?
He said we couldn't help them. He took my shoes so I'd stay.
Listen to me, Howard Latham. You find your shoes and you get to the village. Find Father Jeremy. He'll give you some soup or something. Be off with you.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna find my son. Then I'm gonna ask him what on earth he thinks he's doing.
Yeah, quite right. What was I saying? Yes, my dad had a proper British Rail semaphore signal in the back garden, as you do. And he set up a signal lever, one of these things, in the greenhouse. And you pulled the lever and the signal went up and down. Because he was a train spotting uber geek. He was many other things as well. Mostly not good, but I have a certain nostalgia for like old school railways because of that. Not because of the signal, but because I got brought up around railways and trains and steam engines and stuff. I love steam engines. I love the smell. Yeah, it is. It's flashbacks of all sorts. Pure nostalgia. just for a hobby or for an actual application signal. It didn't serve any practical purpose. There were no trains going through our garden, which is probably a shame, but also probably a good thing because they would have run us over. Yeah, he did it like I collect old computers and consoles. He collected, well, he had a big train set. So he collected any kind of railway memorabilia you can think of. It's like he was a lorry driver, and when he was out driving his lorry, he was wearing his steam engine driver's hat. Yeah. Which obviously looked incredibly stylish. And he had all sorts of bits of railway stuff all over the place. What's something the 80s did better than right now? CB radio. It was really good for making local friends who you could just go around and have a cup of coffee with. The internet's great. I get to chat with you lot, and that's great. And you're all over the world, and that's great. But it's not great if you just want to nip round someone's house for a cup of coffee. That was good. Can we get back down there? Train sets. For a while I thought train sets, scale extric, similar kind of thing, but not so much because train sets take more. They're more nerdy, to be honest. I had a CB. I had loads of CBs over the years. Train sets, you build the whole landscape and everything, and spend ages setting it up just so, and shunting your coaches around and all sorts of really obsessive stuff. Where, say, a scale extric is just like go fast and try not to crash. But I didn't get that as a kid, really. But then I didn't have a scale extric either, and we were very rare we were allowed to touch my dad's train set. He didn't like us playing with his toys. He had one of these Hornby train sets that he really hated us touching, because it was like one of the wind-up clockwork ones with the tin steam trains. Proper vintage stuff. It was cool. I think my brother inherited my dad's train set. Actually, I don't even know what happened to all my dad's stuff. Probably my brother got hold of it. My dad went into a nursing home, and his wife wouldn't let him have any of his stuff, and she died as well, and I had no idea what happened to all of that stuff. Is it a Granada? I can't tell if it's a Granada or a Mark V Cortina. Okay, Jacob. Well, thanks for dropping in, and sleep well. This isn't the bit I've been up already, is it? Are we further along? No, no, we couldn't. I couldn't get by that. Need a car spotting book or a train spotting book. Yeah. Though we haven't actually seen an engine to write down the number of them. You don't write down the number of coaches. My granddad used to work in Wolverton Works, where they didn't build the coaches, they repaired them. And there was a secret about that place that he kept to his death, which is that in the war, the Germans tried bombing Wolverton Works. They missed. because it wasn't actually repairing coaches at that time, it was repairing British RAF bombers, and he was repairing bombers, but he wasn't allowed to talk about it, and even after the war he never spoke about it. He sort of said, well, he hinted that other things happened there other than fixing coaches, but he wouldn't go into detail. Go. What? And this for 2 hours, and what have you got to show for it? Yeah, a lot of amusement because I like the scenery, but in terms of actually achieving anything in the game, probably not much, but it's fun, it's pretty, I like exploring pretty places. Yeah, I've heard that is true. Yeah, the graphics are gorgeous. I mean, even though it's one of the first games I played on the PS4, it's... Hold on, they said the sky went weird, didn't they, when stuff happened? No, I think this is just going to be a thunderstorm, I hope. And that would be cool in itself. Good site for sniping, yeah, definitely. What's my dream daily driver? Oh crap, what's going on? What do you mean, like car? As in normal car? Honestly, I don't know. I often look at cars and think I'd like something a bit more interesting than what I've got, because my Fiat Panda is dull as dishwater, albeit practical. I saw a Fiat Doblo mini camper on eBay yesterday, and I'm just like, I would so like that, because it's like, it's a little thing, you could drive it every day, but you could also go on holiday in it. You know, it had the sink, it had a cooker, it had solar and plug-in electric.
Wendy, wake up.
Eddie, is that you?
No, it's me. It's Frank.
Oh, Frank. Oh, the door was open. I didn't think Graham would mind.
I'm sure he won't. What are you doing here?
Looking for Stephen, but he just ran out of steam. And the door was open.
No, I haven't got the new flight sim.
Have you listened to the radio? I thought I heard him on the radio before.
All over the valley. Don't you get that?
Yeah.
This isn't some abstract thing. Whatever came down into the tower has got out. They've quarantined the whole valley.
I would look through the telescope if I could.
It's out in the world. It's adapting and spreading. Do you understand?
No, we can't turn it away.
What's he talking about?
I dunno ken. But if he's on the radio, we can try and reach him on the CB. You go to Stephen's house, and if I get hold of him, I'll tell him to come and find you.
Rocking this chair. Yeah, adding to the floorboards. Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? It's actually it's a swivel chair, but it really does creak. Everybody's got the COVID. Yeah, there is an element of that, yeah. Or can we play the piano? No, but we can probably stand on it. Well, stood on the stool anyway, it's all... Oh, beer. Telly. God, I remember when tellies looked like that. Oh, yeah. The image quality wasn't much better either. Shropshire Magazine, they do like their Shropshire magazines around here. clock stuck on 6:06. Where's, oh yeah. So it is. That's a proper old school CRT. I had one like that. The tuning thing on it had the actual tuning knobs, and the on-off knob was dodgy, and I had to solder it and keep soldering it, and it partially shorted. I mean, that thing was just lethal. It would make it burning smell and all sorts. How it never caught fire, I don't know. That was my first colour telly. It was a death trap. That one was a turn for on and off, but I have had to pull and push. Yep, you turned it and it went click, and then the same knob did the volume. But this one's left his hazard warning lights on.
Come on, you stupid bastard.
Oh.
Come on. God damn bloody thing! Jesus! Come on, not now!
I remember when cars were that
Jesus,
reliable.
come on, you bastard! Start, you bastard! Come on! Ah.
Yep. Is it? I can't tell if that's a Granada or a Cortina Mark V. I'm not. I always struggle to tell the difference. VWs, I don't know what I think about them except they're expensive. I can't afford one. Is that the house I've just been in? Don't think it is. I lose track.
Stephen?
Oh. She called me. Only my mother calls me Stephen. And people at work. They're like, what's your name? I tell them it's Steve. And they're like, okay, Stephen. I'm like, no, Steve. Don't call me Stephen. Vic 20 disc drives. There's going to be a Vic 20 around here somewhere, and you see, I just want a Uniden Uni-Ace 300, and I don't know what that is. Some kind of cybernet piece of junk.
Stephen, are you here?
Yeah,
it's
I'm
your
down
mother.
here.
Answer me.
You're not my mother.
Stephen!
Scoters these days look pretty good.
Kate.
It looks like an old Amiga power supply. Radio.
There must be a logic to the pattern.
Some modern
It's shifting
Scoters
in
look
response to
really
me.
impressive.
It's alive.
There's a Vic 20.
It's the only explanation.
Yeah, Lamborghini is a VW, and so is Bentley, I think. Ladas, based on Fiats. Oh, yeah. Who's good at maths then? What's this all about? I can't do maths, but... Wow. Monitors much? University of Eastern California? Well, we're in Shropshire. What's he got that for? Answer is 42. I don't think that was the life, the universe and everything. I didn't know Porsche run by VW. Though, obviously there was a connection because the first Porsche was just a souped-up Beetle. Sausages. Productivity on the Vic 20. I don't really know. I don't think they were intended for that. It was, you know, you had the pet for productivity.
Stephen, where's Kate? Are you here?
Dead birdies. And we didn't find Stephen. Hello. Thing. More dead bird. What's going on? What's shopping trolley? Yeah, shopping basket. I'm pretty sure it was a Vic 20 because it was like white, where the Commodore 64 was a bit browner. I like overgrown hedges. I like gardens that have like gone to nature and are all overgrown and everything. So these daisies and everything, I'm like, yeah, this is great. Rolls are owned by VW. I thought Rolls were owned by BMW. I thought Bentley got owned by VW when they had those endurance racing cars. I thought they were just a VW thing. Well, an Audi thing, really. With a Bentley badge on it. Okay, which way are we going? He's probably got enough money to own them, yeah. What's this town? I knew you meant. You probably should call him Jess, just to annoy him, if it's possible to annoy him. Is he even human? Not sure. Peter Pan. I don't think we'll have much luck if we wait for a bus. Elon Mustang's Grimes. You see, I like a couple of her albums, but what the hell? The name of their baby is just like Frank. The name of their baby is not Frank. They'd probably be a lot happier in later life if it was. That kid's just gonna... Well, no, it's probably not gonna anything because it's gonna be so loaded it won't care. Probably be private tutored and won't get bullied because I don't know. Let's go tramping across the whoa, what happened there? Ooh, radio.
All the power spiked with the last discharge and then went out again, and I could see the aurora dancing around Tower 6. At the same time, the headache intensified, and I think I began to hallucinate.
And then your head exploded.
Old and new memories are clashing and tumbling around me. We're on the cusp of a breakthrough. I can feel it.
No, you're not. You're going to die. You're going to live inside a radio. It is a good radio. Quality electronics. Made in Japan. In 1980. That's the thing. It's like it all. Everything's made in China now, but back in, and everyone complains, oh, cheap Chinese crap. But back in the 80s, it was all cheap Japanese crap. Though they took European and American designs and made them either better or cheaper.
Graham.
Ooh.
Morning, Frank.
You look a little out of breath. What's up?
Bloody observatory gates have failed. I came to see if I could borrow a ladder.
Bloody hell, there's a 12-foot drop the other side of that wall.
I'm old, but I'm not useless. Now, can I borrow the ladder?
No one said you were useless. Reese?
Hi, Frank.
Fetch Graham the ladder, will you, lad? It's round the side of the barn.
Good day.
And you be careful. I don't want Stephen Appleton coming mithering round here because you've broken your
Hello,
leg.
Laserdisc. Well, they're getting their ladder up. Me back to my childhood, tramping across cornfields, just like Theresa May. God. Except there weren't any tractors like that in them. Well, no, they generally didn't leave them out because they'd get nicked. That's a good question. What are you doing in the desert? I have a cousin who would probably be absolutely losing their shit at the sight of this tractor. They were really, really, I mean, they lived on a farm. And really, I just remember as a kid, we stayed there and they really, really liked their tractors. I didn't get it. I mean, give me a toy tank or a Jeep or something, but I couldn't, I just could not understand why they could get excited over a tractor. Oh, it's just a trailer. There were some of those in the 80s. I did see them. They had them on a few farms down in Milton Keynes, probably more late 80s than early 80s. But yeah, they were a thing. I seem to remember actually them, they were on Tomorrow's World, weren't they, or something, or it might have been Look East. But I remember them talking about this is the new way they're going to store their straw or something. Yeah. If you're looking for action or anything happening at all, this is not the game for whoever. Yeah, nothing seems to happen apart from little bits of conversation, but I like walking. I like walking in the real world. I like walking in a video game if the world you're walking in is pretty and believable, and this one is. And the fact that there are no people in it actually is a bonus, because really, people are annoying. Now, I don't mind watching the people on Grand Theft Auto behave like complete idiots, because that can be entertaining.
Thanks, Frank. That should get it out of the way.
What? They've
I
just
don't know
dumped
what
the car.
happened. It just died on me.
Give it another go.
Oh, I only just put petrol in it as well. Robert's taken the other car into town. He promised me that he'd be back this morning.
You think he's off on
There's
another
a lot of
bender?
Fiestas.
Oh, I can't police
There's
him
a lot
all
of
the time, Frank.
Granadas.
He's not a child.
There's a couple of Montegos or Maestros or go and have a look. It's a long, looks like a significant walk. Let's go over there. Never seen a windmill like that. Seen plenty of windmills, but not like that. What do we got here? What's this? Apart from knackered. Oh, it's a transit. And another radio.
Got the telescope up and running again, but the pattern has burnt itself onto the lens. It's soaking up light and radiation, but not routing it anywhere, so I can only guess that it's using it as an energy source in its attempts to communicate. It needs more power. I wonder if I could boost the reception by using multiple towers.
Well, if it's Somerset, we're in Shropshire here, so maybe. Yeah. How's the game? The game, it depends what you look for in a game, to be honest. If you're looking for action, yeah, don't. If you want to walk around a deserted English village in the 1980s where nothing happens because everyone's vanished, except for some weird flashing lights and radios that tell you stuff, then it's great because it's gorgeous. But nothing's happening. Oh, I like tiger bread. Tiger bread's really nice. Here we go, weird shit. Come on. Ooh, there's another one. That's a Ford tractor. I don't know my tractors that well. Well, to say that well is an exaggeration. I don't really know my tractors at all. There was a real charm to the 80s. The music was great, CB radio was great, VHS videos round your mate's place because they were expensive and you couldn't afford them yourself were great, and God, there were some interesting films you could watch. Roller skates and skateboards were fun. Ooh, this is nice. Tramping across the fields and making dens in the hedgerows alongside disused canals. That was fun. I don't know how many people got to do that, but I liked it. Was it a big download? No, it's not. It's not a big download at all. Maybe, I don't think it's into double figures for gigabytes. Which is pretty gobsmacking when you look at the detail of it. I'm lost now, I've got no idea where I am. Apart from walking through some bushes and trees and stuff. I don't know where I'm going. I'm getting a numb arse sitting here and I need a drink. Bear with me a moment. Here we go, I don't know how much that will track me as I walk back. No, I'm going to go invisible. As it nearly do. Yeah, right, of course. Okay. And here I am rematerializing. Oh, this is pretty. Yeah, I used to fish places like this. Can we get through the hedge? Oh, hello, Land Rover. Oh, we're going to struggle to get to that. You're going to go and buy it. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. Camping, that's something I did in the 80s with family. Staying on some crappy little campsite in Cosgrove, about 2 miles away from where I lived, in a 6-berth tent next to a lake. So while the camping was crap, they had a fairground, which was cool, and fishing. We'd pitch our tent right by the lake. Basically, I'd step out of the tent and cast my rod and catch fish. Oh, this isn't working. I'm going to get lost. I'm probably frustrated because I can't reach where I want to. Damn oak bushes. Okay then, we're going this way. Maybe. No, we can't climb that high. I've got no idea who it's made by, but I'm pretty sure it's neither of those. Some little independent. Come on before the street lights come on. Yes, that was a thing, wasn't it? Though after a certain point, basically it was, if you come home at all, that's okay, and if not, they wouldn't have noticed. Which do I prefer? Honestly, I don't care. I don't care who makes a game. I just care if it's a good game or not. I suppose there are more Konami arcade games that I like. I mean, Capcom, the only game I could actually name of theirs that I've played and like is Street Fighter 2. So I suppose Konami, but I don't really give it a thought. I haven't noticed any, which doesn't mean that there aren't any, it just means I haven't noticed. More dead birds. What the hell? Oh, I guess they're blackbirds or crows. Policeman hit you, went home, complained to your parents they would hit you for... Yes, that's about right. I never got in trouble with the police. I got pulled over often enough on my motorbike because my motorbikes are always tatty as hell and they couldn't possibly believe that I'd got an MOT, but I always did. I was always legal. State of that. That's realism for you. Scruffy, beat up old thing. Can we go in? Oh yeah, weird glowy thing. Wow. CB. Well, that thing's got a real strop on, hasn't it? Things are definitely different. First time buying mortgage these days. Yeah, you're not wrong. get into the barn, but I can't. I mean, really, probably the place I need to go to is the observatory, but you couldn't get in there from the start of the game because the gates were locked or something. So I wonder if the whole objective of this is get to the observatory like going round the long way. Maybe. I don't know. Anyone who knows, don't tell me. Washing up liquid is... I didn't notice washing up liquid. Yep, there's a caravan that I walk by quite often when I'm going to Morrison's, and it's got the green, like, mould. Well, it's not really mould, it's like moss or algae or something or other growing all over it. It's certainly something green. Do the map stands help? Not really. I mean, I suppose it would if I really paid attention, if I knew where I was meant to be going, but I'm kind of not. It's like, okay, pointing, that doesn't help. I can see where I am. I guess the observatory is where you solve the problem. But I've been right outside the observatory and couldn't get in. And looking at that map, I don't know where I started. I don't know where would be a good place to head to. So, you know, just go to the car park and see if anybody's talking. Read all the UIA maps. I probably should, but you know what? I kind of can't be bothered to be systematic about this. It's too pretty, and it's too. I mean, it's turning out to be pretty huge, and you just walk too slowly. And most of the time, I haven't got a clue where I'm going or whether. I mean, I'm just trying not to go round in circles. I don't know if the game guides you on a path or not. Really, I'm just kind of wandering around. Captain. Yeah, oh, tent. Gonna be a mix. Is there anyone in it? Corpses, maybe.
Under the microscope, you could see how the light was following the cellular structure of its wings. The neural simplicity of the insects seems to prevent a full-blown infestation, so there's none of the hemorrhaging I'm seeing in the birds. But Stephen's wrong. This isn't an attack. It's a byproduct of the attempt to communicate.
Oh.
It's getting smarter. It's learning as it adapts. I'm confident of a breakthrough soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't worry about getting the achievements. Good to know, well, anyone else who wants to play it, if they're wanting achievements, that's good to know. I don't care about achievements. I play games just with the intention of trying to get through it or seeing as much of it as, just seeing what there is to see in a game like this. It's like, it doesn't bother me that I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just gobsmacked at how gorgeous it is. We don't know, therefore aliens. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, very much so. I'm like that with this. I'm like that with Grand Theft Auto, albeit I've completed Grand Theft Auto. But I've spent way more time on that game and all of the Grand Theft Autos just walking around, and I like the world. I like a believable game world that I can just walk around in and spend time in. Particularly, I mean, it doesn't matter quite so much now, but during lockdown, being stuck indoors day in, day out, don't go out, don't interact with humans, stay home, being able to explore game worlds was great. It was a way of getting out without going out. No midges. No, I guess. But, well, we're not in Scotland. We're in Shropshire. Do they have midges in Shropshire? Am I going in circles? I think I've been to this place, haven't I? It's where the old geezer was going up on a ladder. Grand Theft Auto COVID edition. Yeah. Rank my favourite game worlds. Probably not. Grand Theft Auto 5, absolutely bloody awesome. Half-Life 2, that's right up there. But that was kind of more on rails. I kind of like No Man's Sky. I mean, it's not a game world, it's a game galaxy. But you can feel the game a bit too much in that. It's not really believable enough. I like it, and it's fascinating in VR as well, but it's not really believable. You can feel the limitations of the game engine a bit too much. I can't stand Red Dead 2. It's beautiful, absolutely stunningly gorgeous, but for a game, it's not fun. I was so utterly disappointed with it. It was joyless. It was a joyless, miserable game, and I was so disappointed, where I really liked the first Red Dead. Potholes in the road. This place is run by a Tory council with loads of money. There are no potholes here. They haven't paid their taxes, so they've saved all the money, and here's what you get. No homeless people here. They sent them all away, and I don't know, probably dumped them in the canal or something. Never played the Assassin's Creed games. Joe plays those. I don't. British storm. Well, it did look like we were going to get a storm a little while ago. Hello. Look at that. Weird. What the hell? The time of day just suddenly changed. It did look like there was going to be a storm earlier. Didn't I walk past this? Didn't I go? I don't know. Maybe not. Wasn't this the one where he was struggling to make it start? In which case I've doubled back on myself. Yeah, I think I've been in here. The shadows on here are a lot better than they were on the PS3. None of those weird jaggedy shadows. Yeah, I've definitely been in here. That's got that Vic 20 in that room. Talking of Shadow of the Colossus, I played that yesterday on the PS2. I had a bit of trouble with it. I've got a PS2 Slim set up here. I thought I'd set that one up rather than my original fat one, just because it takes up less space. But turns out this PS2 Slim is not healthy, so several of the games I loaded were bugging out because it wasn't reading the data properly. But I played Shadow of the Colossus, and I think that's a game you can't dive back into after 10 years and pick up where you left off. I couldn't do it anyway. I found it. I remember it being gorgeous, and I was playing it and thinking, this is ugly. But, I was quite shocked by what it looked like compared to what I remember it looking like. Well, I've been here. Oh. Yeah, I nearly bought that the other day, the remastered version, because I remember really liking it on the PS2 when I played it back in the day when the PS2 was my current console. I loved it. Hello. It's just stopped. I think it might have bugged out. It made a weird noise and everything stopped. Oh, no, we're moving again. So something just happened. I liked Fallout 3, though I got stuck on that. Oh, of course, Skyrim. Absolutely love Skyrim. Have I played Journey or Abzu? Never heard of those. Okay, where was I going? I was going this way, wasn't I? So we'll go this way. I liked Fallout up to a point, but it did get repetitive, just collecting bottle caps and getting killed, mostly. Can't beat Pong for gorgeous scrap. Well, yeah. I don't know about that, but I do like Pong. I don't know if I'm going the right way. You're talking to a bunch of middle-aged men, largely married, so don't be silly. Okay. It seemed like I'd made progress in a certain direction, but I can't remember which direction to go that I was going in. Pong for PS1. You know, if you play accurate arcade representations of Pong, those bats were way too small. I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I feel like I am going the wrong way. I don't know which way I should be going. It's like one way is back to the village and one way is... I don't know what. I can't remember which way I came to get here, you see. I don't know if I want to be going that way or Streamlined your collection and regretted it? No, I never have. Well, I've offloaded some of my cartridge games, because I've got, damn that, okay, cool, thank you. I've got like EverDrive cartridges, so I didn't need the original cartridges, so I sold a load of those, and that's how I came to get the PSVR headset. But I've never sold off any of the hardware. I haven't got it all to hand. A good chunk of it is in storage. I can get it easily enough, but I can't get it like it and just go in the cupboard and get it. But I've still got a useful selection of retro hardware right here. Hardware, quite a few systems literally plugged in, ready to go. I just had to turn them on and set the input on the telly, and away we go. But that will be no good at this time, because we're streaming on PS4. What have we got here? I still have a bag full of tinned food that I bought when we were being told at the start of COVID, get yourself a stock of food that'll last you for 2 weeks in case you have to self-isolate. I still have that bag full of food. Most of it will still be perfectly edible. I think some of the stuff like the vacuum packed rice and pasta meals, not so much. I should probably start eating that food. Just SD card modded your GameCube, that's cool. I haven't got a GameCube, I've got a Wii, and I keep thinking about soft modding it. I haven't got around to it yet. I haven't got Panzer Dragoon Saga, I've got Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2. What I keep looking at...
So, you managed to get the transfer to the observatory?
Hello.
Well, this Catherine woman must have swung it. Now he says they're getting married before they come back. It's typical. Why can't he just wait till he's home?
You're gonna go?
You miserable old
Goodness,
bat. Just
no.
let people be happy.
It'll be full of her people. I
So she's
expect
going
they
to
do
be
things
full of
differently.
herpes.
You wanna come in for a cup of tea?
Oh, I don't think so.
For Christ's sake, woman, it's been 8 months. Won't you just come in and talk?
Well, you didn't want to talk when Mary was still alive. You and Charlie Tate out drowning your sorrows when you should have been at home nursing your wife.
He's inviting you in for a bit of hanky-panky.
Wendy Boyle.
Frank Appleton, you come back here and say that again.
Okay, Red D,
Our
thanks
mother
for
always said
joining
you
us.
were a bad
Sleep
egg.
well.
You'll come a cropper, you mark my words.
Can't remember what I was saying. Totally forgotten. Oh, yeah. I keep thinking about soft modding me Wii. But I also keep seeing ads on eBay for this, a thing like the thing I've got in my Dreamcast, but for the Sega Saturn. Also compatible with the Dreamcast. Okay, Simone, take care. Sleep well. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, the Saturn SD card thingamajig is like 300 quid for a cheap one. Mostly they're selling for like 500. Yeah, that. It's just crazy money. And I'm like, I would really like to be able to play Saturn games off of an SD card, but 300 to 500, yeah. That is, it's insane money. I mean, I see like SD card cartridges like EverDrive, if you like, for the Neo Geo, and they're like 300 or 400 quid, but it's like Neo Geo now, it's kind of meh, with the Neo Geo Mini and then the Neo Geo X, but that was shite. and all your big Neo Geo joystick thing. It's kind of like there's just not a need, albeit none of them have all the games. But Saturn, that might happen. I have an original Radiant Silvergun disc, but the actual the case and the sleeve is not original. It's like reproduction, but it's nice to have, and it was affordable. I am tempted to soft mod me Wii. Just really not even for playing Wii games, but for GameCube. Lizzie. Okay, we'll go see Liz. I guess we're going up here. Hello, Umbrella Corporation. Lakeside Holiday Camp. Yay, we're going camping. I looked at a video on YouTube of like best Nintendo Wii games, and there was just so little on it that I thought, oh, I'd really like to play that. There is more on the GameCube that I'd like to play. And there's a phone guy. Oh, I used to like these kind of phones.
You can't save them. Just pack a case and meet me at the station.
They've closed the lines. Weren't you listening to the radio? Because of the flu.
There is no flu, Lizzie.
Oh, Christ, Stephen, I'm not stupid. Of course there's no flu. But the stations are still closed.
There's an access footpath that runs alongside the main tunnel. You can get out that way. They won't have thought of it.
You know what's going on, don't you?
You can't use the phone anymore.
What, like you're not using one right now?
Funny. Listen. Just don't use the phone after this. No TV or radio either. It can hide in the signal.
You make it sound like it's alive.
I don't think we have a word for what it is. Just promise me. Don't tell anyone. Pack quietly. Meet me at the station tomorrow, all right?
I feel awful lying and leaving all these people here.
It was a brilliant idea about the show. Top marks for that, you clever thing. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Tunnel. I wasn't listening. Thank you for pointing that out, because I wasn't really paying attention. Is it raining? It's raining. Yay, let's go in the rain. Rain looks good on here. Ah, I wish it'd rain. It's bloody boiling at the moment. Footpath next to the tunnel. Oh, is that where they're going? Oh, that's where he's meeting her, isn't he? Well. Hey, what do we got here? Reception, parking, tennis courts, pool. No sign saying tunnel, so who knows? Yeah, it is. Main hall. I want to go in and find a pile of corpses. I have been to Wales once in my life. Went to what's it called? Not Cardiff, the other one. It's in the south, on the coast. It was good. Swansea. Swansea? Yeah, Swansea. It like had its own weather system. Everywhere was raining except the beach in Swansea where it wasn't raining. That was great. Great lighting in here. Can we open these? No, we can't. Great fire escapes. Place burns down, everybody dies. Kitchen? Let's get food. I'm hungry. Can't get in the kitchen. Gonna starve. Disappointing. Kitchen. No. Missing from Coles. Elderly resident. Yeah, I don't think it's a school, is it? It's an old folks home, I think. It seems like it. Tip of Cornwall. I've been to Land's End in Cornwall.
This is a public service announcement from Hamilton District Council Emergency Measures Committee.
Where?
Road and rail closures are being implemented to help contain the outbreak of influenza. Please remain calm and indoors. Local community leaders, head teachers, scoutmasters, and members of the clergy will act as your representatives during...
Oh, I don't want any member of the clergy acting as my representative. What cars have we got? Fords. All Fords. Definitely got a thing for Fords here.
Boy, Shipley, I want to work with you.
What?
Get over here, soft lad, and keep your voice down. Do you know who I am?
Nope.
Yeah?
You're a glowing ball.
Charlie Tate. You can call me Charlie.
What's this about, Charlie?
Rachel Baker.
What about her?
Oh, come on, son. I wasn't born yesterday. Are you looking to get your head kicked in?
She's 16. She's not a kid.
You try telling her dad that. He'll bloody kill you.
I love her, though. You can't stop love.
I'm not telling you to stop anything. Just be careful, that's all.
Just don't get her pregnant in it. Well, yeah, it is a kid. But laws in Britain are kind of different. 16 is the age of consent in Britain. That one was doing some... The thing with that, you couldn't tell the age of the people who were talking. If he's 16 and she's 16, it's kind of socially acceptable. If he's 30 and she's 16, well then it ain't. Okay, James, thank you for joining us. Will I be streaming this again? I have no idea. I might actually, because it is good, it is fun, and it does lend itself well to chatting while playing. So, quite possibly. I had a portable very similar to that. I'd only been doing it when it told me to
Sunburn bit is a
before.
funny shape. Is it sore?
I can't feel it at all. Don't fuss over it.
I can't believe that you left Kate there. Why won't you tell me what happened?
She's probably not even noticed I've gone.
Ah.
It's really nothing.
You're lying. Don't lie to me.
Fine. We had a row.
Floating orbs, her old hat. Retro TVs, now that's important
Was
stuff.
there an accident? Is that how your face got burnt?
It's nothing. Something, I don't know. Just got a bit shaken up and then we fought. She wanted to stay and collect more data.
Was she burnt as well? Is everything all right?
Jesus, Liz, are you sleeping with me or her? She's fine, we're both fine. I don't want to talk about her. I came here to see you.
I just worry.
Well, don't. Come to bed.
Bruh. Okay. And they all lived happily ever after, or something. I actually missed half of what he said. But... Well, the music suggests it was beautiful and nice and whatever, so, you know. I wasn't listening, I was still looking at the portable telly. Their concrete's going to go solid in that wheelbarrow. Oh, I don't want to be the person to move that wheelbarrow in the morning. Anyone for tennis? It's not real. It's not real? How can you say that? I wonder if this will respond to being waggled at. No, I don't think so. These ones are a bit more lively. No. I will get a PS5 at some point. Not straight away, I don't think.
Hey, it's just been on the radio that they're closing the roads. Something about the flu?
No one here has flu, Sean. There's no flu here. I overheard Mrs. Graves, and she said another family of Upton left. She said they must have left last night, but their car and all their stuff's still here.
Screw this day. There's 15 people up and left in 2 days. I don't like it. Where's the baby?
Asleep in the caravan. Sean, I don't want to sit around you waiting for it to get worse. I reckon if we leave now, we can get out of the valley before they get their acts together and close the roads.
You think so?
Yeah, we can go the back roads. Through the woods.
Yeah.
I'll leave some money on the side for Mrs. Graves.
I was thinking this is a bit,
You know her husband isn't back yet either.
He's a boozer.
Darling buds of
That's what
May.
I've heard. That's her problem anyway.
Don't be unkind, Sean.
Come on, let's go and get Dylan.
That was only Catherine Zeta-Jones with the Welsh accent, but that's what it made me think of. Yeah. Something in the water. Okay, I'm going to call it a night here because I'm absolutely bloody starving and a little bit too tired to concentrate. Maybe go over the Welsh border. They're coming here to retire. Although a lot of them sound a bit too young to retire, but yeah. it's their their holiday homes or something. It's full of Tories, so that's what it is. They've all got their holiday homes here. But yeah, it's time for me to call it a night. Need food, need sleep. I think I will do more of this, because it's fun. It's ideal for streaming. Yeah, I see your garden and down the road, and I think that is a really nice place to live. Cheers, Steve. Thank you all for joining. It has been fun. I hope you'll all join me again next time. I don't know when that'll be. I never know when it's going to be. It's a spur of the moment thing. And basically it has to be when I haven't got work the next day and I'm not knackered. And I have the opportunity to, like, the room to myself. And no police incidents going on outside. Night, Rob. Night, everyone. I've got to work out how to stop this now. Cheers, Alec.